A unanimous vote during yesterday's Commissioners Court. The next steps county officials are looking to take to hold off a level 1 water emergency.
Plus, school districts have a few changes on the ballot ahead of Election Day tomorrow. We'll show you the items voters can expect to see.
And a little later, relief is coming for some parts of the Department of Homeland Security. The pressure both sides of the aisle face as they attempt to resolve the standoff. Hey there, folks. Good Friday morning. You're watching Chris 6 Sunrise, waking up with the Hoffmans yet again. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. Folks, we made it to Friday. We got to check in with meteorologist Stephen Jones to see how our forecast is looking and, of course, get us ready for the weekend.
Obviously, you guys, we are getting into the weekend now, and it is looking great out there as we're heading into tomorrow and Sunday. Just got to get through our Friday. We're holding on to a lot of that heat and humidity still, and even some of those scattered showers and storms as we're heading into the afternoon out there. But right now, here across Corpus Christi, haven't been seeing too much of that rain. You can see here on that Sunset Island cam still cloud cover as we're looking at it thanks to Matthew's CCAC. But going on the radars, we are seeing more of that activity, I should say, mainly off towards the north of the coastal bend with some of the strongest activity there into northern Live Oak and B County. Starting to see just a little bit of light shower activity closer there to Falfurrias and working into Clayburgh County now. But as we work off towards the north, that's, like I said, where the strongest activity has been there into Pleasanton and even working into Karnes County just to the north of the area. Still getting some of the light shower activity into northern Live Oak County there as we zoom in. As we look at what's coming off towards the west, not too much development taking place right now into Duval County, but over towards the I-35 corridor, still seeing more of that development, and that's what we're going to be looking at as we head into the afternoon. As we're getting you ready for your Friday morning, though, let's go ahead and take a look at those current roadways and what we have been tracking so far. It's been looking pretty good on the roadways. Here on the Harbor Bridge there and to and from Portland, it's been good and green so far, and also for our Calallen and Robstown commuters, looking good on 37 as well as 44 if you're heading into town. So let's go ahead and shift to our major roadways here in Corpus Christi. Ocean Drive, SPID, Saratoga, and Crosstown Expressway, all four coming in the clear this morning if you're going to be hitting those roadways. So just a little detour inland. Good morning to neighbors in Sinton. So far, haven't seen any of those slowdowns on Pirate Boulevard, so a good and green Friday morning, but heading into Friday afternoon, we could see some more of those showers. I'll show you that future tracker coming up in our full 7-day forecast.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Appreciate it. So with the May showers we want to that we're going to possibly see in the future, we want to talk about a little something, right?
Yeah, our behind-the-scenes crew will be watching our Coastal Bend Weather Watchers Facebook page, and there you can share photos of any weather impacts you see at your doorstep. All you have to do is join the group on Facebook, and we might just show your picture right here on Chris 6 News. Now, folks, a major update to tell you about this morning in the ongoing water crisis here in Corpus Christi.
That's right, an important announcement made during a special meeting of the Nueces County Commissioners Court.
Now therefore be it declared by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, a local state of disaster is hereby declared pursuant to Section 418.108 of the Texas Government Code.
So the Commissioners Court declaring a water emergency for Nueces County. Officials say that they are taking this action to try to hold off a level 1 water emergency for the city, adding that they will also be looking at ways to reduce its water use. After the announcement, a Blunter woman, I should say, spoke against the city of Corpus Christi's use of groundwater and saying that she is depleting the wells of rural residents.
Rural residents are deeply disappointed in knowing that we do not matter to you. We have never mattered to you. But you're going to take the water and you're going to leave rural residents with absolutely nothing. And that is just not right. I am furious knowing that full well one day I'm going to turn on my water faucet and there's going to be nothing there. And I'll hope.
So in the past, the city has claimed that its wells are deeper, so their operation should not impact rural residents' water levels. Nueces County also expressed concerns about the city's ongoing plan to build a pipeline that would take water from its well sites to the O.N. Stevens water plant.
Some areas in Nueces County will have their election day tomorrow. There are a couple of items on the ballot, and this includes Nueces County Water Control and Improvement District Number 3 for a new director. Voters will have 12 options to choose from. In Robstown, there's a Proposition A, which is for a property tax increase. And in Port Aransas, there are 3 propositions, A, B, and C, and those are also property tax increases. There are also 2 placements at Port Aransas ISD for Board of Trustees places 2 and 3. Well, folks, it is 6:05 your Friday morning. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We always appreciate it. Still ahead, most of the Department of Homeland Security is reopening after 75 days. The response from a Texas representative.
Welcome back, folks. 6:08 your Friday morning. We are getting ready for the weekend.
Oh, yeah. We got to make sure we dress accordingly, though, according to the weather, because it kind of seemed all over the map. Really hot some days, rainy some days. What are we looking at in the future, Stephen?
Ooh, absolutely, Brian. Today we are looking pretty much all over the place. We're going to be hot and humid for most of it. We should still keep the umbrella around because we're going to see some of those scattered showers. But if you have any of those plans taking you into 8, 9 o'clock tonight, that cold front works through the area and it is going to change things up pretty dramatically. Let's start off with our Friday morning, though. Here's a live view from our studio sky cam. You can definitely notice this sparkling city by the sea, those shiny lights out there indicative of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. We're waking up to 77 here in Corpus Christi. Across other parts of the coastal bend, just a little bit of a cool down closer to Live Oak and B County. That's where you have more of that cold front working through the area and a little bit more of that rain working into their neck of the woods. On the radar here, just some of that light shower activity into the southern coastal bend closer to Clayburgh County. Most of the storm activity has been off towards the north, closer to San Antonio, who has that flash flood warning in effect. Nonetheless, here's a view of the last 3 hours working into northern Live Oak County. You can see some of those stronger storms, just the southern end of them really passing through the area. As we work further off towards the south on the radar view, just some of those light showers and starting to get a little bit heavier there into Clayburgh County if the radar view is accurate. So we're going to keep our eyes on those as we head through about the next 15 to 30 minutes. But temperature wise, a little bit cooler off to the north, 68 in Beeville, 78 when you're working into Port Aransas, and then Alice and San Diego both waking up to about that 75-degree mark. Looking at the big weather picture, here's where that cold front is stalled out now over the coastal bend and working in towards Webb County, towards Laredo. Most of that storm activity is into central Texas, closer to the I-35 and I-10 corridor, though, but we'll start to get our own taste of some of that rain as we're heading into the afternoon. As we're heading through the next few hours, let's look at the dog walking forecast. Today we've got Apollo Hawkins on the board right here from Nueces County. Says his favorite place to go on a walk is along the beach, and going to be a great weekend for it. But heading through this morning, a decent amount of cloud cover, 79 by 11 a.m., 82 as we're heading in towards that 1 p.m. hour, and here in Corpus Christi, at least still holding on to that wind out of the southeast, about 10 to 15 miles an hour as we're heading into this afternoon. Here's how the future tracker is playing out as we're heading through our Friday. Mostly cloudy skies, pretty much all of it here around the coastal bend, but starting to see more of those scattered showers working in as we're heading through the morning hours. The strongest activity still expected off towards the northeast for most of us, but we'll still see some of those embedded downpours working into some of our northern neighborhoods. As we're heading into this afternoon and evening, I think we see those final rounds working through, especially as we're working in towards about 6 to 7 o'clock this evening. That's where the cold front officially passes through, and then we're cooling down pretty quickly by 11 o'clock, 64 degrees here in town, into the 50s for the northern coastal bend, and waking up tomorrow morning more of that sunshine and 50s across the board pretty much. Only along the coast, those lower 60s, but going to feel pretty pleasant as we're heading into tomorrow. Even into the afternoon, only going to be chasing those 70s for our daytime highs with plenty of sunshine. But getting through our Friday, just still keep in mind some of those storms off to the northeast could get a little bit stronger out there. Even could be that level, it's that level 1 out of 5 risk, so could see some of that hail and high winds with them as they're working through the area. Something to keep in mind today. That's also where we see the highest rainfall totals is going to be off towards the north. The better news also going to be higher rainfall totals into portions of the watershed as we're heading through about the next 7 days. Something to keep in mind, not as much as you work your way into southern portions of the coastal bend. So let's go ahead and look at that 7-day forecast. Going to be pretty cool as we're heading into the weekend, pretty pleasant in the wake of that cold front. Today's still pretty hot and humid, 85 degrees, 77 to 78 degrees tomorrow, 80 as we're heading into our Sunday with plenty of sunshine overhead. Then we're back off to the races in terms of a warm-up as we're heading into next week, 83 by Monday, up to 89 as we're heading into Tuesday. Luckily, there is some more rain chances on the board as we're heading into Thursday and Friday of next week.
Stephen, thank you for that. The president has signed a bill to fund parts of the Department of Homeland Security.
Now, this comes after they have been without funds for 75 days. Scripps News Group congressional correspondent Nate Reed joins us now.
And hey, Nate, the bill does not cover all of the agencies. So which party is this really a win for?
Well, good morning, Hoffmans, and you're exactly right. Which party is it a win for? That's a good question. Well, let's break it all down. This funds 90% of the Department of Homeland Security. So if you were concerned that those long lines at airports were going to come back, it seems like for now they are behind us. And that is because 90% of the Department of Homeland Security has been funded. Now, what's not been funded is Immigration's Enforcement and Border Patrol. And that led a lot of conservatives on Capitol Hill to nearly revolt yesterday. Congressman Chip Roy making clear to reporters that he's not happy that his leadership voted in favor of this bill to fund 90% of the Department of Homeland Security without funding Immigration's Enforcement and Border Patrol, simply because Democrats and Republicans haven't been able to agree on funding for those agencies. Still, House Speaker Mike Johnson casting what happened yesterday as a win. Take a listen.
This is not how we should be doing it. We were very clear about that. But at some point here, the vote's going to happen. That vote was going to pass.
Sometimes the process around here is cumbersome. That's the way this works. But in spite of our razor-thin, historically small majority, House Republicans continue to deliver for the American people. And that is a large reason why we are going to win the midterms so that the grown-ups can stay in charge here.
Speaker Johnson casting this one as a win. The reality is elections several months away. But in terms of funding for ICE and Border Patrol, Democrats had asked for some changes. We've talked a lot about them. The requirement that agents not wear face coverings when conducting raids, or that they wear body cameras and identification, that they abide by judicial warrants. Ultimately, Republicans called that list of requests radical demands, and for that reason, they're trying to send tens of billions of dollars to ICE and Border Patrol without any Democrat support. Now, Republicans can do that. It's a complicated process, but still, the goal here to fund those two agencies with Republican support alone all the way through the end of the Trump administration. Again, questions about whether that's possible. That'll get its next vote to advance that funding later in the month of May. Still, DHS, for the most part, is funded, and you can all breathe a sigh of relief as you go to the airport. If you are at all worried about those lingering security lines, funding, by the way, was set to expire at midnight last night. Ultimately, Congress stepping in at the 11th hour, as they do sometimes.
Thank goodness. Thank you so much for your time today, Nate.
Fantastic reporting as always, sir. Great to see you. We'll see you next time. Hey folks, it is 6:15 on your Friday morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and still ahead, a big honor for the Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery. Coming up, we'll show you the award it's receiving.
Hey, welcome back. We missed you. It is a Friday, guys, and we're always planning ahead for all of those weekend activities. We got a 5K on Saturday.
I know. We want to make sure it's perfect weather. It has to be nice and cool for the runners and not too hot.
Absolutely. It is looking perfect for that 5K. Then tomorrow we've got the cold front. It's the cold front passage day as we're heading through our Friday. Going into tonight, it's going to arrive. Winds are going to increase pretty dramatically out of the north, but should come down as we're heading into our Saturday. First, let's start off with our Friday morning. Here's a view from our Sunset Island camp thanks to Matthews CCAC. Definitely a good dose of that cloud cover overhead here in Corpus Christi, but off towards the north, seeing more of that stormy activity and off towards the southwest. Over into Clayburgh County, you can see some of that light shower activity starting to develop, but most of the storms, they've been off to the north, just affecting northern portions of Live Oak and Bee County, but mainly staying off to the north there into Karnes and Goliad County. But either way, you can see a little bit more working in towards Pleasanton. The good news is a lot of this rain has fallen into portions of our watershed, and there's still more developing out that way towards the I-35 corridor. Still some more of that scattered shower development, and even here locally across the coastal bend, going to see some more of that development as we're heading into the afternoon. But like I said, let's get you ready for your Friday morning. Going to have more of that scattered shower activity as we're heading out there. Going into tomorrow, going to be much cooler in the wake of that cold front. I'll have more details on that though coming up in our full 7-day forecast.
Sounds good, Stephen. Thank you so much. The Coastal Bend State Veterans Cemetery is getting some national recognition.
Love to see it, folks. Now, they have received the Operational Excellence Award from the Department of Veterans Affairs National Cemetery Administration. This award is given cemeteries that significantly surpass quality standards set by the National Cemetery Administration's Compliance Review Program. That program conducts inspections every 3 years.
And folks, you can check out my veteran stories from across the Coastal Bend. All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen and it will take you to our Veterans in Focus section on our website.
I even got some cool drone shots from that area too. Yeah. All right, folks, it is 6:22 on your Friday morning.
And still ahead, from pirate ships to something out of this world, a look at some of the events taking place in your Coastal Bend weekend.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Hello there and good morning. This is the Clown Alley wishing you a great morning.
So this will either make your morning or you might wake up a little frightened, right? But hey, we appreciate the shout out video and we hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you send us a shout out video too, folks, at home. Scan the QR code on your screen or head to our website, christv.com.
Now, local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend with the Hoffmans. Sponsored by Corpus Christi Events Calendar.
Are you looking for something fantastic to do this Coastal Bend weekend? You're in luck, folks.
Yes, from Buck Days and beyond, there's a treasure chest of fun happening right in your neighborhood. Let's drop anchor in downtown Corpus Christi.
Everyone knows Buck Days is all about the rodeo, live music, the carnival, and of course the shops.
But let's talk about what's really reeling people in, the food.
Sunday's specialty, oh, that's crawfish for a cause.
This year's annual cook-off is serving up flavors while supporting Agape Ranch and Metro Ministries.
You can enjoy all-you-can-eat crawfish and more activities. Teams will be competing for $7,500 in prizes.
In Portland, there's always something cooking at 5th and Elm, but the weekend before Cinco de Mayo,
it's a full-on fiesta. Fiesta Sunday brings heat with a salsa competition, so expect some spicy showdowns and a griot contest. The party runs from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Robstown is having its own fiesta celebrating mothers. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., shop local, eat good, and enjoy a mariachi serenade.
Sunday's free event is at the Richard Borchard Regional Fairgrounds.
And May the 4th, come a little early because Star Wars fans, this one's for you.
Flower Bluff Intermediate School is having a Star Wars Day 5K and Kids 1K run on campus.
There will be face painting and a costume contest too. Brian and I will be judging, so bring your best Jedi, Sith, or Wookiee look.
All proceeds go to teachers' grants.
That's supporting schools' art programs and helping students draw out their full potential. Race begins at 8 a.m.
And finally, some goals Golden news in Corpus Christi. After 2 months on the road, Corpus Christi FC is kicking off their first pro home match Saturday night at the Cavanis Athletic Complex.
They're coming off a big win and looking to keep that momentum a-rolling on their home turf, too.
The first 500 fans will score a free inaugural season t-shirt, so you'll definitely want to kick it there early.
Gates open at 6:30 p.m.
And as always, for more details, you can go to our website, christv.com.
Got your own event you think belongs on Coastal Bend Weekend? Send us a message. Maybe we'll put it on there. Hey folks, it is 6:28 on your Friday morning. Thanks for joining us.
And still ahead, officials on Capitol Hill are nearing a major deadline as the war with Iran rages on. A look at what's happening 60 days into the conflict.
2 teens are now facing charges after an assault on a school bus. What we know about the incident.
Plus, the war with Iran continues this morning. Coming up, the deadline leaders on Capitol Hill are approaching.
Gas prices on the rise yet again. It's making an impact on your wallets for many drivers. A look at what you can expect at the pump this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. You're waking up with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. Happy that it is finally the end of the week. We got to make sure the weather's going to be on our side, though. The guy that's always on our side right here, meteorologist Stephen Jones. How you doing, bud?
Well, good Friday morning, you guys. You know, we're almost there to the weekend, and going into the weekend, the weather could not look better. We could see some of those scattered showers still today and maybe even a couple of storms, but going into tomorrow, only going to be about 77 degrees. Plenty of sunshine up there into the afternoon. But first, let's start off with our Friday morning, of course. Here's that live view from the studio sky cam. Have our sparkling city by the sea. You can see those lights shining, definitely with the humidity in the atmosphere. 78 degrees what we're waking up to here in Corpus Christi so far, with a decent dose of cloud cover overhead. Luckily, most of that rain has been off towards the north so far. You can see most of the showers and storms, they're affecting towards northern Live Oak County. Started to see just a little bit of development here into Clayburgh County, so I'll keep my eyes on this as it works in through the next 30 minutes to an hour or so closer to Corpus Christi. Off to the north, though, that's where the strongest activity is, though, working in towards northern Live Oak County and even into Karnes County. That's where the cooler temperatures also are in those 60s for Beeville, as well as George West so far. And as we go through the rest of our Friday, we'll be back on the warm up towards 84 degrees by 3 p.m. And then that cold front hits starting to cool us down already as we're heading into 5 and 6 p.m. But as you're getting ready to hit those roadways, let's take a look at the live traffic map so far. On the Harbor Bridge to and from Portland, it's good and green out there. So let's go ahead and shift towards those Robstown and Calallen commuters. 37 in the clear so far, with just some minor slowdowns on Leopard Street out there. But as you're working in on 44 coming in from Robstown, also looking good and green. For our major roads here in Corpus Christi, Ocean Drive, SPID, Saratoga, and even Crosstown Expressway all coming in the clear, luckily so far as of 6:33 this morning. And going good morning to neighbors in Sinton, getting a little bit of a detour here. So far haven't watched any of those slowdowns also on your roadways, even on Pirate Boulevard. So a good and green Friday morning, but could see some more of those scattered showers. I'll have a look at the future tracker for you coming up in our full 7-day forecast.
Stephen, thank you so much. 2 more teens are facing felony charges this morning following a school bus assault back in December.
That's right. So they are both charged with indecency with a child. San Patricio County Sheriff's Office says that a student was assaulted returning from a basketball game, I should say, in Hebbronville. A 19-year-old was arrested back in January. Coaches Christian Torres and Arnold Maldonado had their probationary contracts terminated. Maldonado and Coach Nathan Wuschel were later indicted on 2 counts of abandoning or endangering a child.
60 days into the war with Iran, and a fragile ceasefire is holding.
Though American warships are still on patrol, enforcing a blockade of Iranian ports. Well, in Capitol Hill, Republican leadership blocking a vote to curb President Trump's war powers, despite a deadline today that requires congressional approval.
I don't think we have any active kinetic military bombing, firing, anything like that right now. We're trying to broker a peace, and I'd be very reluctant to get in front of the administration in the midst of these very sensitive negotiations.
So a 1973 law does outline that the president must stop and remove military forces from conflicts if Congress doesn't authorize a war within 60 days.
The cost of filling up keeps going up. The stalemate in the Strait of Hormuz has oil and gas prices rising, and consumers across the U.S. are getting hit hard in the wallet. The cost of gas in the U.S. hits a high not seen in almost half a decade. After sliding down slightly for nearly 2 weeks earlier this month, the national average shot up almost 30 cents over the past few days, according to AAA.
People are suffering, that's for sure. I get a lot of people coming in, with $5 or $10, and that's all they can afford.
These increases are especially tough for workers who use their vehicles to get products from point A to point B.
So with those prices going up, I wanted to see exactly where you can find the cheapest gas to fill up your tank this morning. Let's start off with a look at the averages according to AAA. Buckle up, folks, because these prices are going to hurt. National average, we're taking a look at $4.39 a gallon. Texas, $3.89, so a little bit better there. And the average for a gallon of diesel here in Texas, oh man, that price is almost $5, sitting at $4.99. Switching on over to Gas Buddy for a look at the cheapest local prices here in Corpus Christi. Looks like as of 10 hours ago was the Stripes on Staples and Lipes. That is going to be $3.79. For our Portland friends, HEB is the cheapest spot to fill up at $3.77. And for all of our island friends, it looks like we have some, a general agreement with all of the higher price tags, unfortunately. All the stations are reporting in at $3.89. So if you find anything cheaper than the prices I mentioned, you might want to stop and fill up while you can before we see another hike. All of all these prices posted on our website, KrisTV.com.
Well, folks, it is now 6:36 your Friday morning, and we still have more to go. A unanimous vote during Commissioner's Court. Still ahead, the next steps county officials are looking to take to hold off a level 1 water emergency.
Now therefore be it declared by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, a local state of disaster is hereby declared pursuant to Section 418.108 of the Texas Government Code.
A unanimous vote during Commissioner's Court. Coming up, the next steps county officials are looking to take to hold off a level 1 water emergency.
And small businesses are already feeling the impact as the water crisis continues. Service changes landscaping businesses are needing to make.
Plus, a local fire chief is earning one of the nation's highest honors. This morning, we'll share his journey from the fields to the firehouse.
Now, 20 minutes of nonstop news, sponsored by Ewald Kubota.
Nueces County Commissioners unanimously approved a water emergency declaration.
That's right. So the announcement was made during a special meeting yesterday.
Now therefore be it declared by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, a local state of disaster is hereby declared pursuant to Section 418.108 of the Texas Government Code.
So County Judge Connie Scott says that the county is taking this action to be proactive to help the residents and hold off a level 1 water emergency. She adds the county is also looking for ways to reduce its own water use. Later on this morning, Corpus Christi City Manager Peter Zanotti will hold a weekly water briefing. Since there will not be any public comment, we will stream that on our website. That's KrisTV.com.
This pipeline is a key element of securing water for our region. But without approval from Nueces County Commissioners, is the city authorized to build it? The city says they don't need approval, but the county judge says that's being reviewed by their legal team, and they want cooperation as work continues on a major water pipeline.
It's good water.
In March, we reported on the Nueces County Western well fields coming online. Now, the city is building a pipeline to carry that water to the O.N. Stevens treatment plant about 13 miles away. It's a critical piece of the water puzzle, as the city says it expects to pump 24 million gallons per day by December, a projection the city needs to meet to delay level 1 water emergency until at least September.
Right now, there's no indication that anything is going to throw this projection off track.
But But Nueces County Judge Connie Scott tells me that herself, county commissioners, and rural residents have questions about the pipeline that they need answered.
We've gotten phone calls from citizens and people out in the community that we represent in the rural area that is very concerned about a pipeline.
Now the question is, does the city of Corpus Christi need approval from Nueces County to build this pipeline? In a statement provided to us, Corpus Christi Water's Nick Winkleman says, quote, because the projected pipeline is in the right of way, we don't believe an official approval by the county is necessary, end quote. But Judge Scott says she's not sure if that's correct.
I wasn't aware that it didn't need cooperation or approval from anything. It seems like that there's always been approval, and maybe that's a gentleman's agreement and maybe not necessary, but I guess we will find out because our attorneys will be looking at that as well.
And while work on the pipeline continues for now, the county will play an important role in meeting that December deadline that the city has set.
We believe working together means everybody coming together. It means, sitting down and having these discussions.
Nueces County Commissioners Court tabled the item for now. Their next meeting is May 13th. Reporting from the studio, I'm Drew Bishop for Chris 6 News.
Drew, thank you so much for the update. Well, the city of Corpus Christi is out of rain barrels, folks. A shipment arrived on Monday with 500 barrels, and those sold out within a couple of days. The next shipment is expected to arrive next Friday. And don't forget, folks, you can always check out our coverage on the water crisis. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now, and that will take you straight to the running dry section of our website.
Our water situation is worsening as drought conditions deepen. Small businesses are already feeling the strain as the disaster continues. So where does that leave them? I'm Stephanie Molina explaining one resource that could help. For almost 4 years, the city has been dealing with drought conditions. As time went on, businesses had to make some adjustments to their businesses. I was able to talk to different landscaping businesses over the phone where they told me they had to make some changes to their services. Owner of VP Irrigation and Landscaping, Vicente Perez, says the drought has made it harder to get customers.
Not a lot of people are wanting to put irrigation. And then, of course, majority of landscapes, we kind of had to shift our landscaping styles to accommodate that. The normal landscapes we used to do, we can't put a lot of water out there to keep those plants alive, those certain trees alive.
Some are needing to spend more gas due to having to find more jobs outside of Corpus Christi. So what resource is available? Well, the Small Business Administration, more known as the SBA, is now offering relief to small businesses and private nonprofits who have had financial losses directly tied to the drought. Those who qualify for the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program are small businesses, small agricultural cooperatives, nurseries, and private nonprofits, including faith-based organizations. Those who do not are agriculture producers, farmers, or ranchers, except for small aquaculture enterprises. The loan is available for working capital needs caused by the disaster even if they did not suffer any physical damage. It can be used to pay fixed debts, payroll, accounts payable, and other bills which couldn't be covered due to the disaster. The declaration covers a good amount of Texas counties. Perez says he didn't know about the loans, but told me he can see it being beneficial.
There are times where there are slow weeks or slow couple of weeks, and we still have employees that we have to take care of, and we got to make sure that they get their payrolls so they can take care of their family and their needs.
To read more in details how the loan works and how you can apply, you can head over to our website at christv.com for more information. Reporting from the studio, I'm Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
Stephanie, thank you so much. Some good news, though. We are expecting to see quite a bit of rain today. Our behind-the-scenes crew will be monitoring our Coastal Bend Weather Watchers page as well, and there you can share photos of any weather impacts you see at your doorstep. All you have to do is join the group on Facebook, and we might just show your picture right here on Chris 6 News.
Well, hey there and happy Friday. Coastal Bend, I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones. Taking a live view from our Sunset Island cam, courtesy of Matthews CCAC. Mainly just cloud cover here in Corpus Christi, but we are seeing some rain showing up on the Doppler radar out there. Mainly it's been off towards the north. San Antonio getting their own good dose of rain, have that flash flood warning in effect for them, but here locally just seeing some of that scattered shower activity taking place. Most of the strong activity has been affecting areas towards northern Live Oak and B County, just to the north there in Karnes County right now. now. Pawnee probably hearing some of that thunder up there. But as we work to the south for southern coastal Bend, neighbors out towards Benavides seeing some of that light shower activity, and even into Clayburgh County getting some of that development. Might start seeing to see a few sprinkles there on the south side of town. But other than that, for the most part, we've been coming in dry. Here's a look at the big weather picture. That stalled frontal boundary overhead responsible for a lot of this action into central Texas, as it'll finally work through the area as we're going into this evening, and then we'll start to get our own dose of that cold air. You can see it off towards the north where it's a little bit of rain-cooled air. George, West End, Beeville coming in at 67 degrees, 77 as you work into Ingleside and the Naval Air Station, with the hot spot being Corpus Christi and Port Aransas coming in at 78 degrees. Going through the next few hours, let's check out the dog walking forecast. Today we've got Apollo Hawkins on the board right here from Nueces County. Says their favorite place to take a walk is just along the beaches, and as we're heading out there, we'll be on the warm-up, still 79 by 11 a.m. up to 82 as we're heading in towards 1 p.m. And here in Corpus Christi, still holding on to winds out of the southeast about 10 to 15 miles an hour for us. As we play out the future tracker through our Friday and into Saturday, a bunch of changes are on the way. We're going to see more of those scattered showers as we're heading through the morning hours and especially into the afternoon, with still the same story of the strongest activity just to the north of the region. It looks like heading into this afternoon and evening, we start to see those last couple of rounds, especially as we're heading into 6 and 7 o'clock this evening towards dinner time. After that works through and the front passes to the south, we start to clear out and cool off pretty dramatically as we're heading into tonight, waking up Saturday morning with those 50s pretty much across the board, and really only getting into the 70s as we're heading into our afternoon highs tomorrow. So a great weekend in the wake of this cold front, and in terms of our rainfall amounts, at least those estimates getting closer to about 3/10 of an inch here in Corpus Christi, with higher totals as you work your way off towards the north. The good news is that's also going to mean higher totals for areas towards the watershed, where it could hopefully trickle more into our reservoirs as the system moves through. Now going through the 7-day forecast, still holding on to these highest rain chances going into today, but then we dry out in the wake of the cold front. Luckily, we do see the rain chances increase once again, especially as we're heading into Thursday and Friday of next week. So hopefully we start to see more indications of a wetter spring, especially with El Nino being forecast as we're heading into summer. On our 7-day forecast right now, like we talked about, still the heat and humidity as we're heading out there today. Mid-80s for temperatures, upper 80s for those feels-like temperatures. Then tomorrow and Sunday, nice in those upper 70s and lower 80s with plenty of sunshine, and we're warming up pretty quickly next week, back to 89 degrees by Tuesday, with those next rain chances appearing on the board by Thursday.
Stephen, thank you so much. An emergency management specialist for Nueces County will be inducted into the Navy Fire and Emergency Services Hall of Fame.
Yeah, our very own Nina Martinez from our sister station Caja Telemundo spoke with Ruben Perez about this recognition and the path that led him here.
Ruben Perez has dedicated his life to service and to protecting the people in his community, but his story began far from here.
We worked in Texas, Wyoming, California, anywhere where we had the opportunity to work.
From childhood working in the fields alongside his family, he learned the value of sacrifice.
Working as a migrant worker prepared me for the challenges that I was going to have in life. It's made me realize that people sacrifice not only for themselves, but they also sacrifice for their family, their community, and this nation.
That mindset of service led him to join the United States Navy and later to a career as a firefighter that would span more than 30 years.
When I saw the opportunity to be in the United States Navy and the fire service, I felt like I was contributing to my family when I was younger. And so when I got older, I felt like I was doing the same thing, but in a bigger scale.
Perez rose to become fire chief at multiple naval bases, including NAS Corpus Christi, leading teams and responding to emergencies for decades.
The Navy taught me that it can-do attitude.
Now that legacy is being recognized on a national level. On May 6, Perez will become the 60th person to be inducted into the Navy Fire and Emergency Services Hall of Fame in Annapolis, Maryland.
This recognition is just not for myself, but it's also for all my brothers and sisters that I work with in the Navy Fire.
Today, as an emergency management specialist, he continues to serve thousands of residents of Nueces County, and his message for the new generations is clear.
If you try to do the best that you can for yourself, not only do you do good for yourself, but you also do good for the people around you and your loved ones.
So Perez says that this honor represents not only his own story, but the effort of an entire community.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
Multiple elections are taking place tomorrow in Nueces County, and this includes Nueces County Water Control and Improvement District number 3 for a new director and 4 different propositions for property tax increases.
Later on this morning, Corpus Christi City Manager Peter Zanoni will hold a weekly water briefing. Since there's not going to be any public comment, we will stream that on our website, christv.com, starting at 10.
2 teens are charged with indecency with a child in connection with an Odom Edroy ISD school bus assault back in early December. Both are facing felony charges. A 19-year-old was charged back in January.
Camp Mystics leaders are withdrawing their application for a 2026 camp license. This follows an assessment of the Camp Mystics leaders' actions during the flooding last summer. Lawmakers said that the camp had no evacuation plan and waited too long to evacuate.
Gas prices are hitting U.S. drivers hard in the wallet. AAA says the national average shot up around 30 cents in the last couple of days. To help save money, more Americans are turning to public transportation.
Netflix users are seeing a new layout on their phones. With the new experience, users can quickly add titles to their list and share clips. Netflix says that the goal is to make finding something to watch faster, easier, and more personalized.
The top bull riders in the world are heading to Corpus Christi this morning. 44 competitors will face off in the PBR Velocity Tour Finals, and they're competing for a share of a $100,000 prize. The top 5 finishers will also earn a spot in the World Finals next week. Last year's winner says fans can expect a thrilling show.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be action-packed like it is every year. You know, it'll be a lot of excitement, a lot of great rides, and.
The competition starts at 7. The champion will be crowned tomorrow night.
So speaking of bull riders, you can meet 6 of the professional bull riders this morning over at the USS Lexington Museum. The meet and greet starts at 10. Afterwards, the riders will tackle an escape room on the ship. And the Rodeo Corpus Christi concert series starts up tonight. They're going to have Carly Pierce after the PBR Velocity Tour Finals. Tomorrow, they're going to have Larry the Cable Guy. So performances for different events will continue through May 9th. The concert series starts at 7 each night over at the Hilliard Center. So with the full list of events on the schedule for Buck Days today, plan ahead before you head out to downtown Corpus Christi.
Yeah, because we got to keep in mind some events may be affected due to the weather we may see throughout the day. We got to check in with meteorologist Stephen Jones to see how it's looking for all of us, especially for Buck Days.
Yeah.
Ooh, absolutely. Good morning, you guys. Going into our Friday, we've got most of that scattered shower activity off towards the north, but some more of it starting to build in towards the region, and the future tracker keeping some more of it as we're heading into this evening, especially around that 6 to 8 p.m. time frame. So something to keep in mind for any of those Friday night plans. But for our Friday morning, you can see on the SPID Skycam, the traffic still flowing nice and smooth out there on the roadways hitting the Harbor Bridge. If you're heading to or from Portland, looking good and green this morning. And same goes for areas towards 37 and 44 if you're working into town from Calallen or Robstown. As we look to our major roadways here in Corpus Christi, Ocean Drive, SPID, and Saratoga all coming in the clear this morning, luckily, including Crosstown Expressway, not too bad. Getting that closer view of downtown, not even picking up too much of any of those yellows on the map this morning. So really a good and green Friday as we're heading out there. We'll take a little detour to the north. Good morning to neighbors in Beeville. So far also going to be that good and green traffic flow, not tracking any slowdowns on 59 so far. And in terms of those drive times, setting up pretty nicely so far. 22 minutes from downtown to the island, 12 minutes from Calallen to downtown. But as we head into the weekend, let's go ahead and get you that weekend forecast as we're heading out there. For our Friday morning, still nice and cloudy, still mild at about 78 degrees. Here's that studio sky cam with a decent dose of cloud cover overhead, and turning on the radars, you can see most of that showery activity has been off towards the north, but starting to fill in just a little bit more locally across the coastal bend. A few showers popping up there along 37 so far this morning. Zooming in on the southern portions of the coastal bend into Clayburgh County, I've seen some of this development trying to push in towards the south side, maybe just a few drops of rain on the windshield. Beeville, but not likely to amount to much else out there. The strongest activity has mainly been off to the north there into Karnes County, just north of Beeville. In terms of temperatures, waking up to 70s across the board, but just a couple of 60s up towards George West and Beeville this morning. Through the rest of our day, we'll still be on the warm up into the 80s for our daytime highs. Maybe a few of those storms working in as we're heading in towards the evening time frame, and then we dry out as we're heading into the weekend before those rain chances pick right back up as we're heading into next week. Here's how it's playing out on the 7-day forecast. Still warm and humid today. That cold front works through, makes for a great weekend as we're heading into Saturday and Sunday. Then we're on the warm up Tuesday, coming back at 89 degrees.
Thank you so much, Stephen. All right, root beer lovers wanting to plan a vacation may want to start looking at Mississippi. That is because the building where Barq's Root Beer was first created turned into a bed and breakfast. It was first invented back in 1898 and bottled in a small Biloxi building.
The bed and breakfast will feature 3 private bedrooms for rent, plenty of Barq's memorabilia from the family, and guests will be treated to daily breakfast. Property owners spent the last 4 years restoring the space. I wish it was in like the shape of a root beer can or something. That's what I was kind of imagining. I don't know why.
Yeah, too used to those oddly shaped Airbnbs now. I hope they have a lot of root beer floats over there too.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, Barq's is pretty good, but I'm more of an A&W guy myself.
Ooh, rivalry there. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. We'll be back later on tonight with even more news from your neighborhood. Have a great Friday.